Endor's castle. At the edge of Echo Woods lived a human-sized grayish-blue troll named Endor. He was a fearsome creature, with sharp claws and teeth, and a growl that could make even the bravest of knights tremble with fear. Some said that the troll was cursed, sent by the gods to punish the people who had dared to venture into the woods. Others claimed that he was a protector, a guardian of the natural world who kept the balance between man and nature. But the truth was much simpler. The troll had chosen to live at the edge of Echo Woods because he loved the peace and quiet of the forest, and he didn't want anyone to disturb it, and more importantly, he was tasked to guarding the Astral Bridge by the Queen of Echo Woods. The troll had lived in the castle on 2222 Mushroom Road for as long as anyone could remember. He had seen the rise and fall of kingdoms, the passing of seasons, and the changing of the world around him. But through it all, he had remained steadfast in his home, guarding the border between the Echo Woods and Mushroom Road. It was said that travelers were welcome and safe in the heartwarming area of Mushroom Road. Echo Woods was considered to be somewhat haunted, or at least inhabited by dark fairies and supernatural creatures. One day, a group of travelers came to the woods. They were a motley crew, with knights and merchants and scholars, all seeking to explore the mysteries of Echo Woods. The troll watched them from a distance, growling softly to himself as they set up camp and began to explore the forest. As they were walking along a path, they came across a bridge that crossed over a river. The river had brilliant violet-colored water that seemed to slightly change in color at times to more of an indigo hue. The travelers approached the bridge cautiously. The thick fog enveloping the area made it difficult to see anything beyond a few feet in front of them. As they neared the edge of the bridge, a figure appeared in the gloom. It was a troll, massive and imposing, standing in the way of their path. The troll gazed down upon the travelers with glowing red eyes, a warning to any who would dare to cross into its territory. The creature's muscles tensed, and a deep growl rumbled in its throat, signaling that it would not allow any trespassers to pass. One of the travelers, a particularly bold and daring individual, stepped forward, determined to cross the bridge. The troll roared in anger, its massive form looming larger, as it took a step forward to block the traveler's path. A sense of foreboding filled the air, and the group began to realize the danger they were in. Suddenly, the bridge began to shake, and the ground beneath our feet rumbled violently. They could hear the sound of creaking metal as the bridge cables strained under some unknown force. Within seconds, the shaking became so intense that they were tossed off their feet and slammed into the ropes. Panic set in as we realized they were suspended in midair, with nothing but the violet and indigo waves below them. Suddenly, the horror of the situation became apparent. A section of the bridge had collapsed, and they were trapped in the wreckage. Number 2. The puzzle to cross Astral Bridge. It was said that Echo Woods is a place of wonder and magic, but also a land shrouded in dark mystery. The only direct entrance to Echo Woods was to pass over the Astral Bridge. Sometimes the Astral Bridge was guarded by the local troll, and sometimes travelers needed to solve a puzzle to enter. The puzzle was no ordinary challenge, however. It consisted of a series of intricate geometric shapes that had to be arranged in a very specific order. Each shape had a corresponding symbol, but the catch was that the symbols were hidden within the patterns themselves. The puzzle would require skill, patience, and a keen eye for detail. Many travelers attempted the puzzle but failed. They grew frustrated and left, never to return. But one day, a young adventurer named Laryn arrived at the Astral Bridge. He had heard stories of Echo Woods and was determined to make it inside. He wanted nothing more than to visit the Oracle for some guidance. Laryn examined the various shapes and symbols carefully, rotating them in his mind until he noticed a pattern emerging. He realized that there was a sequence to the symbols, and that they needed to be placed in a specific order. He took a deep breath and began arranging the shapes accordingly. After several failed attempts, he finally got the order right. The shapes glowed brightly, forming a bridge across the astral plane. Laryn stepped onto the bridge and felt a rush of energy surge through his body. He closed his eyes and held on tight as he traveled across the bridge and into the magical world of Echo Woods. From that day forward, Laryn explored the wonders of Echo Woods, meeting new creatures and discovering hidden treasures. And he knew that he had accomplished something incredible by solving the puzzle and unlocking the secrets of the Astral Bridge. In the end, the solution to the puzzle was simple yet complex. It required a deep understanding of geometry and a sharp mind capable of deciphering hidden patterns. Number 3. Visiting the Oracle. The young adventurer, Laryn, had always been fascinated by the enchanted forest. He was on his quest to find the Oracle. Although the Oracle seemed intimidating at first, with its angular and imposing structure, Laryn felt drawn to it. As Laryn approached the Oracle, they suddenly heard a deep voice booming from inside the rock. It was the voice of the Oracle, promising to reveal a great mystery to anyone who dared to enter. Without hesitation, Laryn stepped inside the Oracle, and was amazed at what they saw. The inside of the giant rock was like a mystical chamber, filled with sparkling crystals and glowing symbols etched into the walls. A brilliant beam of light shone down from the ceiling, illuminating a platform in the center of the room. As Laryn stepped onto the platform, the Oracle spoke once again, revealing its great secrets. It told Laryn of a hidden treasure that lay deep within the forest, guarded by powerful and mysterious creatures. But with courage, wit, and determination, the treasure could be claimed. Feeling empowered by the Oracle's words, Laryn set out on a quest to find the treasure. He had grown up hearing tales of its existence and felt a deep calling to unravel its mystery. As he walked through the enchanted forest, the trees seemed to glow with an otherworldly light. Magical creatures scurried about, whispering secrets and hiding in the shadows. But Laryn was determined, and he continued on his path. Soon, he began to notice that the forest around him was changing. The trees twisted and turned, and the very fabric of reality seemed to warp and twist. He felt a pull towards a particular area. He couldn't believe what he was seeing. The forest that had once been his sanctuary was now turning into a twisted and warped version of itself. He could feel his heart racing as he struggled to comprehend what was happening before his eyes. As he looked around more carefully, the colors started to bleed and blend together in strange ways. The sky was no longer blue, and the sun that had once shone down on him so beautifully now looked like a distorted version of itself. The air around him felt thick and suffocating, and he could hardly breathe. As he took a few faltering steps forward, he felt the ground beneath him feet shift and twist, and he lost his balance, stumbling forward. He struggled to regain his footing as the world around him shifted even more violently, and he felt himself falling deeper and deeper into a dark, endless void. As he tumbled through this alternate reality, he could hear strange whispers and distant, eerie sounds that seemed to come from a far distance. As he tried to make sense of her surroundings, he noticed that everything around him was hazy and distorted. The buildings, the trees, and the sky looked blurry and warped, as if she was seeing them through a thick veil of mist. Suddenly, he heard a voice calling out to him. It was a gentle, reassuring voice that seemed to come from inside his own mind. "Don't be afraid," the voice said. "You are safe here. I am here to guide you." As he looked around, he saw a figure materializing out of the mist. It was a tall, ethereal being with glowing eyes and an aura of calmness and serenity. The being extended its hand towards him, and he felt a sense of warmth and comfort emanating from it. He reached out and took the being's hand, and at once, he felt a surge of energy coursing through his body. The world around him began to sharpen and clarify, and he could see